So, Prabhu Smadhis, is my voice clear enough?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So, let's recite the verses. Reading from Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 11, text 28 and 29. यथा नदीनां बहवो अम्बुवेगाः समुद्रम् एवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामि नरलोकवीरा विशन्ति वक्त्राणि अभिविज्वलन्ति. Repeat. यथा नदीनां बहवो
नदीनामहङ्गवेगा
द्रवन्ति
समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति तथा तवामि.
ज्वलन्ति. Can someone please read the translation? Hare Krishna. Mataji's Prabhu's, anybody?
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Manishna Mataji. Yes, please.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki Jai. As the many waves of the rivers flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouths. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, thank you, Mataji. So let's recite the next verse, 29. Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti vishanti nashaya samruddha vegaha tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokas tavapi vaktrani samruddha vega. I repeat. Yatha pradiptam jwalanam patanga vishanti nashaya samruddha vega tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokas Tavapi Bhaktrani Samriddha Veka. Can someone please read the translation? 29th verse.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
I see all people rushing full speed into your mouths as moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna Mataji, thank you. We'll stop sharing the screen. So we try to discuss some points from these two verses. There's no purport much on this. So we'll just see the overview of the entire chapter, what it has been till now. So basically in the 10th chapter, Lord says about his opulences, Aishwaryas, most of the opulences he covers. He says, I'll just give you a brief. In little bit, I'll tell you about the about my opulences. So he explains that to Arjuna, and in that he says, what to speak of so many things with just a tiny portion of myself, with just a part, not whole of me, but just a small portion of me. With that, I enter into this universe and maintain it. So Lord mentions that point. So in this chapter, we see beginning, Arjuna says, "Oh Lord, please show me that form with which you enter into and maintain this entire universe. I wish to, I desire to see that form. If you think I am capable enough, please show that form to me." So that we see in the initial verses, we see that. Then Lord says, I'll show you the form, but with this eyes, present eyes, you cannot see. So you need a divine vision. So Lord provides a divine vision, Divya Chakshu. So he plays the role of a spiritual master. Arjuna is the disciple, and Lord is a spiritual master. So he gives a divine vision. So we see in the beginning of Bhagavad-gītā also, the divine vision was there. Sanjay had the divine vision, that was the mercy of his spiritual master. This Vedavyasa. So he had gotten the mercy of his spiritual master in the form of divine vision. So being seated at Hastinapura far away, he could see what was happening in the warfield of Kurukshetra. So he had that divine vision. So similarly, if you have to have that divine vision, not for seeing the war, but to understand the Lord, so we need the mercy of the Lord, and for gaining that, we need the mercy of a spiritual master and his representatives, devotees, the sadhu sangha we need to have. So with that, we'll get a divine vision. So with that divine vision, with that vision, Arjuna could see so many wonderful things. He could see so many faces, so many bodies, so many eyes, so many ears, and everything he could see. He was, I was struck seeing that form. He was so amazing to see. But slowly it turned into a fearful situation for him, that he was able to see the past, present, future, everything. So if we are able to see the past, present, future, everything, we may not feel that motivation or inspiration to leave. Anyway, this is going to happen, then let me not do anything. Anyway, I know what is going to happen. So then we may have that. So we may already we have the past, what all happened, present, what all is happening there, future, what may happen. But if we get to know all that, what is going to happen again, then it will be troublesome for us. So the Lord says in the Bhagavad-gītā that He gives us the understanding, He gives us the remembrance and the forgetfulness also, and the knowledge. So He gives us. So it is by His mercy that we get the remembrance. By His mercy, we get the forgetfulness, and we get the knowledge also. So you have to, by His mercy, so we understand that and take shelter of Him or surrender unto Him. That's the best thing we can do. So Arjuna took shelter of Him, and he got this vision. He's seeing that, and then he started getting bewildered. So from 15 to 31, we see the explanation of the universal form which Arjuna is giving. So he says this is very difficult to behold. So it is, he indicates the supremacy of the Lord, that Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. There is nothing impossible for Him. Everything is possible. He can do anything. He's the greatest magician. Yogeshwara, he's the master of this thing. He's a magician. He's the master of all the magic and logic and everything. So he can do anything. Then he explains about this form. So it says there is no origin, there is no middle, there is no end. It is spread everywhere. It's unlimited strength, and the demigods are also bewildered seeing this form. They are also scared, and they are also praying to the Lord. So Arjuna becomes fearful there, and he says, "What is?" Then he sees what is going to happen. That is in the 26 to 30th slokas we have this. 31st, he surrenders and asks, "Oh Lord, please tell me about yourself. What is your mission?" So vision and mission. Who are you? What is your mission? What have you come to do? What am I supposed to do? All the questions he asks in the 31. 32 to 34, the Lord says, I am time I am, and you just become my instrument. So hey Savisachin, you just become my instrument. He says that. So Lord says, I have done everything already, all the creation, maintenance, destruction, everything I take care. But he gives the credit to his devotees to perform some task. Some things, devotees, when they do it and they become famous, devotees are people in general worship them or glorify them. So Lord likes that, the devotees being glorified, or they take the credit. Lord doesn't want to take the credits here. So he's saying, Arjuna, you fight in the war and you win it. So I have already done everything. You just have to become an instrument, nimitta matra. So he says that. So here in the 28, 29, we see Arjuna is saying, as the many waves of river flow into the ocean, so do all these great warriors enter blazing into your mouths. So we have to understand that so many warriors are there. We see 11 of Akshanis, 9 Akshanis, the count we see in the initial part of how many warriors were there in the entire battlefield of Kurukshetra. So many warriors are there, and Arjuna is saying all these great warriors, all the great personalities, their powers are immense. All these great personalities are just entering into your mouth. And the scene is how to explain that. He says, like many rivers. So we see in the ocean, so many rivers come and join in the ocean. So we cannot count how many rivers are there. Many rivers, and the multiple directions they flow, and they come and join in the ocean. So similarly, all these great warriors. So it's great warriors. And it said, so you understand, all these great warriors are going into the mouth of the Lord. So how gigantic, or how amazing, how big the form of the Lord would be. So what all he can do. So that is a point here mentioned, that all these great warriors are there. They are all entering into your mouth. So it is nothing for the Lord. It's very simple for the Lord, that all these great warriors are very tiny for the Lord. So what to speak of us? Then it said, I see all people rushing full speed into your mouth. So it's all destined. This is how it is going to be. This is all the arrangement of the Lord. So all these great warriors are going into your mouth. So it's said, moths dash to destruction in a blazing fire. It's when fire is in the evenings, the moths, they just get attracted by the light. In the 5th chapter, we see the example of the 5 senses. There we see how the deer is captured by the hunter, how the elephant is captured by the hunter. In the process, we see the 5 examples of 5 different senses, how animals get carried away. Similarly, humans also may get carried away. At that point, so the moths get attracted to the light, the blazing fire. So they just go seeing the fire, the light, and they just go into that and they die there. Similarly, all this warriors, all these great warriors are going into the mouths of the Lord. So further Lord says he has done everything, the creation, maintenance and destruction, everything is taken care by the Lord himself. So we wonder, we consider Brahma, or somebody may put a question to us that okay, you are an ISKCON devotee, you say Krishna is the highest, but Brahma is the creator or Shiva is the destroyer, so they are great. In the Brahma Samhita or Rudra Gita or Lord Shiva explains the importance of Gita Mahatmya or anything, Ekadashi Mahatmya, and all that he worships or he explains all this glories of Lord Vishnu or Hari or Krishna to Parvati Devi. So you see that Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma, they are also worshipping Lord Vishnu. So in Brahma Samhita, the creator, whom we consider Brahma to be the creator, the secondary creator, so he prays to Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, he says that Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Nadiradi Govinda Sarva Karana Karam. So he is the origin of all the origins. There is no other origin or cause of anything. He is the cause of all the causes. So you see in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the I think 14th chapter, so there it's mentioned about the Brahma Vimohan Leela. After that, the prayers offered by Lord Brahma to Lord Krishna. So let me, 10.14.19. There's a verse saying, Ajanatam Tvat Padavim Anatmani Atmatmana Bhasi Vitatya Mayam Shrishtav Ibaham Jagato Vidhana Ivatvam Eshwanta Iva Trinetraha. So Brahma is saying, to persons ignorant of your actual transcendental position, you appear as part of the material world, manifesting yourself by the expansion of your inconceivable energy. Thus, for the creation of the universe, you appear as me, Brahma. For its maintenance, you appear as yourself, Vishnu. And for its annihilation, you appear as Lord Trinetra, Shiva. Yes, Lord Krishna or Vishnu in the form of the Guna avatars. So Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they see the Trimurtis. So he himself expands in the forms and take charge of each of these activities, the creation, the maintenance and the annihilation. So it's all done by the Lord himself. So he has planned everything. Everything comes by his sanction. So you see, Lord says he's seated in the tree. There are two birds sitting on a tree, and one is eating the fruits, and one is just seeing. There's a sanctioning authority. So he's present within us as Paramatma. Atma is there, and Paramatma is also there. So he's present within us as the sanctioning authority. So he is a sanctioning authority for everything in this creation. So without his will, even a blade of grass will not move. So it's everything happens by the will of the Lord. Everything happens by the mercy of the Lord. So Brahma, Shiva, Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, they also pray to Lord Vishnu or Krishna. They glorify the Lord. That he is the cause of everything. You may consider us to be the creator or destroyer, but we came from the Lord. Lord is a source for everyone and everything in this world. So he prays that. So you see in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto 14th chapter, the prayers by Lord Brahma after the Brahma Vimohana Leela. So he captures all the gopas and 1,000 plus gopas and 9 lakh cows. He takes it into hidden cave, takes them into a hidden cave, and when he comes back, he sees all of them are present here as well. Then he goes back and checks, they are also there, here also there. Though Brahma knew that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, he just wanted to test if this person, this child who is playing in Vrindavan, is he that original personality of God? Is he that Krishna only? He wanted to check that. He wanted to test that. So he tested that, and after that, he recited these wonderful prayers. At prayers, we read and we try to understand the Lord. So in this Brahma Samhita, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the Brahma Samhita is authority which can prove the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, the philosophy can be proved by this Brahma Samhita. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu found it in Adikeshava temple near Trivandrum, Tiruvattar Adikeshava Swami temple, he found that just the portion, just a bit of it. And in that, he read that and he said, this can establish the principles of the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, the philosophies. We mentioned that. So in that, Brahma prays to Lord Vishnu. So a portion of that we recite during all the programs, all the Abhishekam, when we bathe the Lord. In that time, during that time, we recite those prayers. Ishvara, Parama, Krishna, Sachidananda, Vigraha, then the Chintamani, Prasad, Masukalpa, Vriksha. We recite those prayers. Beautiful prayers by Brahma. So in this 11th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā, further we see, after Lord Krishna says, I am the time, I am come here to destroy everyone, just become an instrument And then he says, Lord, Arjuna surrenders, and his prayers are there. So as we see in Bhagavad-gītā, Bhagavatam, we see the prayers recited by the great devotees. So be it during Gajendra Mosha, Gajendra's prayers, or Kunti Devi's prayers, or we see Brahma's prayers, we see Yudhishthira Maharaj's prayers, we see Arjuna's prayers in Bhagavad-gītā 11th chapter. We see prayers, and he's glorifying the Lord. Oh Lord, please forgive me. I consider you as a friend, or been with you, or treated you very without any respect or anything, or insulted you. So please forgive me. I consider you as a friend. So that way he says, the Lord, he himself says that he is a supreme personality of Godhead, and it's not just he himself saying, but the great authorities also sanctioned that. Great authorities also confirm this fact. So here, that fact is being confirmed in the 10, 11, 12 chapters. We see Arjuna is confirming that. Arjuna again requests, oh Lord, please show me this form. Then he shows the Virat form. Then he says, no, show me the actual form. Then he says in this 11th chapter towards end, also shows his original form. There Lord says, this form is, as I'm standing before you, this form is not very easy to see or understand. It's only possible by the devotees, by the tinge of devotion, only you can understand this. So we have to understand Lord Krishna, or we have to understand what we are reading, or what we are hearing, what we are trying to follow. We have to have that conviction. So we have to have that. So we need the mercy of the Lord, as well as the mercy of the spiritual master and the devotees. We have to take association of devotees, and in that we glorify the Lord, speak about the Lord, hear about the Lord. When we do that more and more, by the mercy of the Lord and the devotees and the spiritual master, we can understand that. So here Arjuna is setting that criteria, or setting that situation where we may also have so many doubts, we may also have so many queries. Okay, did Lord do this actually? Can Lord do this actually? So Arjuna is setting that platform for us to slowly get into that pace and understand that. Finally he says, okay Lord Krishna, sorry, all these things I had asked, you showed me the greatness. You have to have that 5 different results of first is we have to consider him as the greatness towards Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. He's greater. So we have to understand that. So that first form, that he's a great part, that we have to understand. Krishna is not a common ordinary person, he's someone great. So that first thing comes here, that Arjuna is showing the greatness of the Lord. So the universal form is there. And this, he says, the great various entering into his mouth, appearing like very tiny particles in front of the form of the Lord. So that although all of us are aware of this fact, it's just a reminder for all of us that we go on, we continue this process, that even Brahma, Indra, all the demigods, or even Arjuna is showing that form. I know everything, but suddenly he says, I don't know anything, Lord. So they're also showing that by example, their own example, they are showing that there is possibility that we may also get bewildered. So you have to remind ourselves over and over again. So this is a reminder for all of us. We read over and over again Bhagavad-gītā, multiple places, the same things we may read and hear or see. So that it is, we may discuss. So it is again a reminder for all of us. So thank you, Prabhu Sumataji, for taking a valuable time and joining. So please unmute. Let's chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra together, please.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare
Rama,
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 Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna